The other area where we're seeing progress is in the construct of collaborative consumption, which is based on the following. A poor individual, a small entrepreneur may not be able to justify the ownership of the asset. However, if they can get the community to use that asset, they can justify the ownership of the asset, and the community's got access to that asset, and having access to the asset is the same as owning the asset. And we're seeing that across a variety of industries at a variety of different levels of sophistication. So in the world of 3D printing, we see individuals that acquire a 3D printer, they geolocate the printer, the community can access that printer and have stuff printed with them. So the individual is generating an income off that printer even if they're not with the printer, as an example. In less sophisticated sectors, let's say like in agriculture, we've got companies like Hello Tractor that have created a smart tractor that gets shared with the community, with farmers in a poor community, off a digital platform. So an entrepreneur owns the tractor, shares it with the farmers. The benefit is that entrepreneur creates economic sustainability for themselves and employment for others, but also the farmers that are using the smart tractor become far more effectively in terms of how they manage and work their land. And that is showing positive economic progress. 3 years ago, the market for collaborative consumption was in the region of $14 billion. It's estimated that by 2025, collaborative consumption will create $335 billion worth of economic momentum. And the main beneficiaries of collaborative consumption are the youth and females. So there's a very positive outcome from leveraging digital technologies. The final one that I want to share with you is the construct of using digital technologies to catalyze industries that have potentially lost their attractiveness due to lack of transparency, lack of connectivity, lack of the network effect. As an individual, I can invest into things like blueberry bushes or beehives. By doing that, I'm funding the farmer off the digital platform. They set up the beehives or the blueberry bushes for me. They get it to the required levels of productivity. They then sell the product and they pay a dividend for me. So I've funded the farmer off this digital platform. I've created some form of economic prosperity for that farmer and employment. And then I also get my digital dividends back off the back of my investment, which are quite attractive. So there's examples where we're able to deploy technology into parts of the economy that don't necessarily have deep technological skills, but they're able to access the platform and they're able to use the platform, and by doing that they create employment for themselves, potentially for others, but most importantly they're creating some form of economic momentum. These forms of digital solutions to create employment are finding tremendous traction in developed economies. There's no reason why we cannot unlock that same momentum in developing economies. In order to do that, what we need to do is we need to understand the kinds of structural support we need to put down on the ground for these entrepreneurs. We need to understand the kind of policy harmonization required in order to enable these businesses to be established in our local market and also to thrive. And we need to create a platform that allows for collaboration between policymakers, government, organized business, organized labor, and these entrepreneurs. So we've got this fear that technology is going to take our jobs away. However, in the digital economy, I think we can only solve the job problem by leveraging these technologies.